Can be here if you want. If you don't want, you can be in the corridor. Alright, so we got that point. So just hold that point, and then with your hand, you're gonna point the thumb up, close your fist, and then just separate the thumb as much as you can, and then make circles going back, big circles. And you keep the gentle pressure on that point. Not too much so it hurts, but just enough so you can feel it. So we're pressing on lung 2. Yeah? So big circles, trying to get as much range of motion as possible. And just the fact, because the lungs go from basically that point that you're holding, from the organ, the meridian comes out at that point, and then it goes out all the way to the thumb. That's why we're pointing with the thumb. So you making circles with your arm, it sort of relaxes that point. The energy can get stuck here because of our posture. So if you're quite close in the shoulder, energy gets stuck. And then just go the other way. And deep breathing. So in this class, we try and do a slightly different breathing. Usually it's good to breathe through the belly, just to ground ourselves. But in this class, when you guys are trying to breathe through the upper chest, so the top of the lungs, just because breathing through the whole lungs and through these points will energize them and probably unlock some stuck energy for some of you. Alright, now let go and just shake that arm a little bit, roll that shoulder, and then we do the other side. So you can use middle finger or you can use index finger and then press with the middle finger on the index finger. So one side might be more tight than the other. If you can't find it, let me know. And if you found it, point through the thumb and then big circle slowly. Just call me if you can't find it. Big circles, nice and slow at first. And then after a few ones, you're trying to make a bigger circle, more range of motion. And really point through the thumb. Feel the energy going all the way up into the thumb.
So meridian in the thumb.
But try not to do this, just the arms moving, otherwise you avoid the stretch. And you don't have to do a big, just go wherever is comfortable, don't go through the pain, don't go too much. Yeah, so just the arm is moving, don't turn your chest as you're turning the arm. And then go the other way. Nice and slow. Nice. Gently let it go. And then shake the arms a little bit. Little circle with the shoulders, shake it off.
So the lung meridian ended here, or
In the thumb.
In the thumb.
Yeah. And now we do the large intestine. So take your right arm out and point through the index finger. That's where the large intestine meridian starts. And then you're going to take your arm back at 45 degrees. Okay, keep your chest facing forward. Don't turn the chest, otherwise you won't get the stretch. And now turn your head in the opposite direction. And now bring your chin to your shoulder. Alright. So really point with the index finger. It's not just to look pretty, you're really reaching with the index finger. Index finger. Keep that, and now trying to breathe through the top of the lungs, top of the chest. So you're trying to inflate the whole rib cage all the way to the collarbone. Like that 3-step breathing we did in the first few weeks. legs. And you'll feel the difference. If you really breathe through the whole chest and the top of the lungs, that meridian stretches even more. So the meridian goes from the index finger all the way up the throat and then ends in the opposite nostril. I'll let it go. Alright, slowly other arm. Take the arm out first, point through the index finger, and then 45 degrees back. And I'll turn the head opposite direction, and then tuck the chin towards your shoulder. And feel that. Connect with that meridian from the tip of that finger all the way up the arm, up the shoulder, top of the shoulder, neck, and then crossing underneath the nostrils, ending in the opposite nostril. It's the only meridian that crosses the midline. And now breathe through the top of the chest. Big inhale. Keep your shoulders relaxed. No tension in the shoulders. Go, just eyes closed, standing up. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. Just feel. So you can energize the pathways and energize the organs just by doing simple stretches like that. And unlock stuck energy. Alright, so we do a general little warm-up before we get down on the ground. So the first one, we're going to open the side, so cross your right foot behind the left foot. Left hand on the hip, right arm up, and then push the hips to the right, bring your arm to the left. Relax the head, look down. So you're not holding your head up, just relaxing the head, let the weight of the head stretch the neck and straighten the arm. Looking down. Slowly back. Now left foot behind. Right hand on the hip. Left arm up. Lengthen the arm before you go over, and then take the hips to the left, take the arm to the right. And your palm is facing down. That's it. So the ability to lengthen the arms in any yoga pose is actually related to your lungs. Your arms are governed by the lungs. You can bend the front leg if you want to go deeper into the stretch. Keep the back leg straight because that's the side you're stretching, but you can bend the front leg. Front leg. Okay, gently come back. Alright, arms loose, and then we do a little twist. Let the arms flop. And when you let the weight of the arm turn your whole spine, and take the head is following your arms. Turn the head as well so your whole spine is twisting. Top hand lands on the shoulder, bottom hand lands in the back, into the kidneys, just at the bottom of the ribs in the back. So loose arms, you're not forcing the arm. That's it. Loose arms, it's the weight of the arms that's lifting the arms. That's it. That's it. That's it. The more you do it, the more the spine turns, the looser the spine becomes. Good, and then slow it down. And you stop in the middle. And then feet hip width, hands on the lower back, elbows together. And then gently push the hips forward, keep the elbows together, open the chest, exhale. Inhale back, and again, exhale, push the hips forward, open the chest, shoulders roll back, keep your chin tucked in, and come back. You can do the same thing, or you can slide your hands down into the back of the thighs. And do the same stretch, but now your hands are pressing into the back of the thighs. Arms are straight. Shoulders roll back. Your arms are supporting you, but your back is engaged. Your glutes are engaged. Slowly come back. And now spread the feet shoulder width. You can bend the legs or you can keep them straight. But hook your thumbs behind your back and then slowly come forward and take the arms above your head. Don't force the arms above the head, let the weight of your arms take them down slowly towards the ground. And if they're closer to your bum, that's alright. Just let the shoulders open slowly, breathe here. So this is both a lung and large intestine stretch. The head is relaxed, the shoulders are relaxed. Deep breathing. And out slowly. Bring the weight into the toes more than the heels. Into the toes. Slowly roll back up and then roll onto your backs. Lay down on your backs. So this is a little warm-up that you can do. It takes 5 minutes literally, and you can do that in the morning. Just opening the sides, twisting, opening the front, opening the back, done. And that last one, you're stretching the shoulders, back of the shoulders, front of the shoulders. So practice that one, especially if it's difficult for you. Just to slowly get that mobility back into the joints. Alright, so we warm up a tiny bit more. So we bend the legs, feet flat on the ground. Ankles and knees together, arms out to the side, in line with the shoulders, palms down, so hands in line with the shoulders. Alright, let's take a breath in, and then exhale, take the knees to the right. Keep the feet on the ground. Inhale up. And just move a little bit up. And left, good. Waist stretching a little bit. Inhale up. And then right again. And up. And left. Shoulders stay relaxed. Don't let them each side, nice and slow. And up, and last one. Keep the knee squeezing here, and up. All right, now lift the feet off the ground. So you have a right angle, we all know that one, right angle at the knees, and you can see your big toes just above your knees. Keep the ankles and knees squeezing hard the whole time. Inhale, and exhale, go to the right. Nice and slow, keep the control. Don't let the legs relax on the ground. Thighs off the ground. Inhale up. Use your core. And left. Don't go too far if you can't control the knees. Just go halfway. Inhale up. Another one on each side. Exhale. Low back warms up. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale. And up. All right. Bring the feet down on the ground. Now bring your hands, bring them into that position. So for the heart, we were like this. Now same thing, but you bring the fist down. So you have a right angle at the armpit and at the elbow. The difficulty is to have both shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Elbow is easy, but the wrist will come off the ground very easily, and the shoulders as well. So the whole time you're going to do the exercise, really focus on relaxing and pressing the wrist down into the ground, okay? So lift the feet off the ground, go back into the previous leg position we had. Right angle at the knees, inhale, and exhale, go to the right. Inhale up, and then left. Keep pressing the wrist down. Inhale up, and right again. And up, and left. Nice and slow. Keep the knees squeezing. The shoulders down, hands up. Alright, relax the legs down. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Just a little warm up for the shoulders. Relax the arms down. Just give it a minute. So we go back to the same position with the arms. This time, you can either, if the exercise we just did was challenging, you can do that one, or you can have the legs straight, and then we take the legs side to side with that arm position. So you have the choice, either legs at 90 degrees or legs straight. So just turn like this. Turn like this, where you're going. Other way. Your head to the wall. Just for this exercise. Alright, we're in position. Take a breath in. And exhale, take the legs to the right, nice and slow. This will be much harder than having the arms open. Good. Inhale back. And then left, nice and slow. Keep the feet in line with your hips. And up. One more on each side. Exhale. And all the breath is gone. Keep the breath out. Don't breathe in. Let the pressure build. And up. Last one. Beautiful. Nice and control. Press the wrist down. Press the shoulders down. And up. And relax down. Beautiful. Nice. Bring the arms down. Palms up. Again, we'll give it a second. legs, and we grab the ankles. Just open the front a little bit more before we do some bridge variation specific to the large intestine. So let the shoulders relax down into the ground, open the chest, and then press the back of the neck into the ground by tucking your chin in. Good. All right. Breath in, and exhale, lift the hips up. That's it. And you're driving the ribs towards the face. And lower, inhale, nice and slow. Exhale, lift. That's it. Beautiful. And lower. And again, exhale, lift. Trying to flatten your belly towards the ceiling. Feel the shoulders opening. Down. If you're on one leg, switch. If you're on both legs, make sure you have a good grip around the ankles. Don't let the fingers slip slowly. Alright, breath in again. And exhale, lift the hips up. Keep the chin tucked in. Keep lifting the hips. And down. And two more. Exhale, lift. Every time, bigger range of motion, more movement comes from the spine. And lower. And last one. Lift. Good. And down. I just hug the knees into the chest. Keep your shoulders relaxed. No tension in the neck, no tension in the shoulders. Alright, the feet come back to where they were on the ground. Your feet are hip width, just for stability, and your arms are out to the side. The same as before, in line with the shoulders. Exhale, lift the hips up. Keep the hips up. Take another breath in. And then take the hips sideways as you exhale. Keep the hips parallel to the ground. Squeeze the waist on one side, stretch the waist on the other side. Inhale, center. And exhale, go to the left. And center again, one more on each side. Keep the hips up as you go to the side. Beautiful, center, and last one, exhale, squeeze, keep squeezing, even the whole breath is going, keep squeezing the hips, and back to the center, and relax down, straighten your legs, good, so we bring the tone in the belly, and especially into the waist, but not just bringing tone and squeezing it, but also stretching it. So because we store a lot of emotion in our belly, it gets really tight in there, and also bad food and stress, the whole gut gets full of knots and stress and tightness, and so that's why it's harder to open and stretch the belly, or open the waist and open the sides. Another problem is if you don't have that contractive power into your bowels, then you can't get rid of stuff. And the large intestine is all about getting rid of stuff, whether it's waste, physical stuff, or even ideas. So if you have a weak large intestine, you might have very repetitive thinking because you can't let go of a thought. Or maybe it's things you can't let go of, belongings, material things. feel that power coming into the waist slowly, and we're going to keep building that a little bit more before we get on the belly. So take the hands behind your head, lace the fingers, elbows are out to the side, and relax into the ground. Armpits open, chest open. Take the feet about hip width, and the toes pull back towards you, so you're stretching the Achilles. Okay, good. Take a breath in, and exhale, lift the hips up. That's it, keep the legs straight. Inhale, lower the hips, and again, exhale, lift the hips up. Feel the squeeze in the back. Good, keep the hips up, inhale, and again, exhale, take the hips to the side. Keep the hips parallel to the ground so you feel the squeeze in the waist. Inhale, center, and then go to the left. Exhale. Keep the legs straight, keep the toes pointing to the ceiling. And center, one more on each side. Exhale, squeeze. Trying to go a little bit further on this one. Middle, and last one. Exhale, squeeze. And middle, and relax. Good. Bring the arms down. So just have a look at the next exercise. Just sit up for a second, and then Ben is going to show us the next exercise. It's very similar, but slightly more challenging. So hands are again behind the head, and then he's going to bring his left foot on top of his right foot. Sorry, you're going to bring on top of your right knee. That's it. So his left leg is actually relaxed, and then the right leg is straight and tense by pulling the toes back, and then with an exhale, we're going to lift his hips up. So we'll do that once, like we did before, and then bring the hips down. And then with an exhale, lift the hips up. And then we keep the hips up, inhale. And then we take the hips to the side. Nice and slow, just like we did, but with one leg. And then center, inhale, and then exhale, left. We just do one on each side. And then we come down, and then we switch the legs. Okay? Have a go. If it's too challenging, you can go back to both legs. Okay? Make sure that the foot that's on top is not pressing down. Okay? Is relaxed, because you don't want to hurt the knee and put pressure in the knee. So, foot is relaxed. The foot that's on top is relaxed. The leg that's on top is relaxed. The leg that's in the bottom is tense and active by pulling the toes back. Okay, and the whole upper body is relaxed. That's not where the work is happening. It's all happening into the waist and into the hips. So take a breath in. Exhale, lift the hips up. And lower, inhale. And exhale, lift the hips up again. Good, keep the hips there. Inhale. Exhale, go to the right. Squeeze the hips, even if there's just a tiny movement, keep squeezing. Inhale, center, and then left. And center, and relax down, and slowly switch the legs. So just go back to the, if you can't do it, just go back to the previous exercise with both legs. Okay? Alright, so the foot is on top of the knee. The top leg is relaxed. Keep that in mind. Inhale. And exhale. Lift the hips. And lower. Inhale. And exhale. Lift again. Beautiful. Inhale. Charge it up. Stay up. And then exhale. Go to the right. Squeeze the waist. Beautiful. Inhale. Center. And exhale. Left. Center and lower. And relax the legs, relax the arms, thumbs up. Awesome. That's what we want, nice and slow and controlled and no rushing. So we can build up from the simplest exercise for the waist to something much harder like this. But it's all about the warm-up before. That's what makes you able to reach harder poses. And that's why we use the yoga therapy to be able to do other asanas or other harder moves in yoga therapy. Just by building the waist, by warming up the sides. If you don't stretch and warm up the sides, you'll have less movement when you're trying to do these moves. Bring your hands on the belly and straight legs, toes back. That's it. Keep your chest relaxed, keep your shoulders relaxed. Take a breath in the belly and trying to sit up as you exhale. Nice. Awesome. Alright, so we bend the right leg and bring the right foot on the inside of the left leg, like this. And lace the fingers. So we're trying to bring the right knee down if we can. And then slowly come forward, exhale. Come back. And again, exhale. And we stay there. If we can, we grab the foot. Otherwise, grab the ankle. So if you can, grab the left foot with your right hand. Grab it on the outside. Here we want to focus on the lower back, on the right side. So you'll feel the right side on your lower back in the waist area, opening slowly. And pull with that right arm gently, and you take the elbow out to the right. Relax the head down. No tension in the shoulders, no tension in the neck. Just breathing here. Bring your mind to the back of the waist. Allow it to open. Bring the breath in there. The breath helps breathing out the tension, energizing that part. Slowly come back up. And slowly switch side. And we place the fingers first and then slowly come forward. Head relaxes down. Come back. And again, exhale forward. This time stay down. Grab the leg, grab the foot, grab the ankle, whatever you can grab. If you can, with the left hand, you grab the outside of the right foot. And pull the left elbow down and forward. Relax the head down. So you don't have to push your straight leg down, but push with the opposite hip. Your opposite hip, so the left hip, you're pushing it back and down. and that will work on the back of the waist. So don't focus on stretching on the straight leg stretch, but focus on the this area. Yeah, slowly come back. If we had a side that's much tighter, which we most likely all do, go back to the tighter side, and then we do it again. So if one side was much more of a struggle, go back to that side. Slowly come back. Alright, come onto your knees. And then bring your fists on the top of your thighs towards your hip crease. Fingers and thumbs facing up. And then just fold over them and come into a child's pose variation. So your fists and your arms are relaxed, and they're pressing into the column, ascending, descending column. Might feel a little bit sore, or might feel really nice. Just relax into it. If you don't feel anything, you can let me know. I'll help you out. If it feels nice, you can even do little circles with the fists. Little circles, slow. Like that. So bring your left hand onto your lower back. So your knees are hip width. And then bring the right arm up. And then slowly move the hips forward and move the arm back. Keep your chin tucked in. And back. And the other side. So really use that hand on the lower back here, by pressing into the lower back. You're supporting your lower back. But keep the glutes engaged. Squeeze the glutes. And push the hips forward. Open the chest by taking the arms back. Let the arms move. And slowly back. And come onto your belly. Lie down on your belly. Okay, slowly grab the right ankle. Take the left arm up, front. Palm facing down, keep the palm facing down. This is a variation, so for those who've done, we're gonna do half bow. This time I want you guys to point the thumb, so you make a fist and you're gonna point the thumb on the top arm You're gonna point the thumb up, thumb towards the ceiling, okay? So pull the toes back on the bent leg and keep the knee on the ground as you push with the foot back, okay? So inhale, and then exhale, kick with the foot back and lift the front up. And reach with the thumb up towards the ceiling. Keep the bent knee down. Thumbs up, come down. Keep hold. We do another one. So really use the back foot. It's the back leg that's doing the work and that's allowing the front to lift, okay? Keep that in mind. Pull the toes back hard towards the back of the room. So you're stretching the Achilles almost. Inhale. And exhale, kick with the back foot. And lift. Breathe here. Stay there for a few breaths. Keep the neck in line with the spine. And down. Okay, let go of that leg. Arms down, palms up. You just wait before the next side. Okay, we grab the left ankle. Bring the toes back. Come up. And arm reaching forward. Inhale. And exhale, lift the front. Keep the foot back. Keep the knee down. Keep the neck in line with the spine. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3, come down. Keep hold of the ankle. We do another one. Okay, big breath in. And exhale, kick back and lift. Keep the knee down. Lift at the front. Keep the deep foot. Kick. 1, 2, and relax. Good, let go of the ankle. Good job. Just come into your elbows and I'll show you the next thing we're going to do. Or turn around if you need to. I'm going to do it again. So from where you are, we're going to bring the hands underneath our shoulders and then lift with the bum and come into down dog. Okay? So we hold down dog a little bit and then we're going to lift the right leg up. So we did that variation for the stomach, remember? Just straight leg up, 3-legged dog. This time we're gonna take it over and don't keep the leg bent, straighten the leg. And we hold this for 6 breaths. Keep pressing into the arms. And then we switch. So why we do this instead of straight up is because when I take my leg over, I'm actually opening my whole waist area on one side. Okay? So here, the whole right side is opening and my colon is stretched and it's actually squeezing on my left side. So we do once on each side, 6 breaths.
Straight legs, the one.
Yeah, so you're trying to straighten the leg when you take it over. You're trying to straighten it. You can't have it perfectly straight. There will be a slight bend, but you try to have it as much tense as possible. And you'll feel the difference. You can keep it bent at first and then try and straighten it, and you'll feel the difference in your waist. So hands underneath the shoulders, inhale, and then lead with the bum, exhale, come into down dog. So don't have your feet too close or too wide. About shoulder width is good for stability. Same with the hands. Breathing here, just a few breaths. Press the ground away. Don't try to collapse the chest, don't try to bring the chest down, but trying to press yourself away from the ground, both with your hands and feet equally. And if you're doing it properly, you'll have a contraction into the belly, into the waist area. Alright, so next breath in, lift the right leg up. Next breath out, take it over. Stay there. Trying to straighten the leg. Two more breaths. And then slowly bring it down. Back into down dog. We stay in down dog. You can paddle out a little bit, bending one knee and then the other, moving the hips side to side. Just checking how the hips and the waist feel after that. Before we get into the next one, bring your feet closer. Yeah. Press with your arms. All right, next breath in, left leg up. Go reach up first and then exhale, take it over to the side. And trying to keep, yes, nice relief. Nice, you can point with the toes. Breathe here. Two more breaths. Come down, back into down dog. Keep down dog a little bit. Good, and then slowly come down into your belly. Relax. Good job, guys. So of course it's a simple pose, but if you hold it 6 breaths, it becomes more challenging and requires more focus. And because it's simple, and we warm up, it's very little chance that we can injure ourselves. It's not a difficult pose, but doing it properly, you can take it quite far. Keeping the arms straight, not letting the chest twist, straightening that leg that goes to the side. All these little details make it much more challenging and makes it more effective for the large intestine. And you're also working your lungs because your arms are working quite hard. Some of you may have felt that. It's difficult for the arms as well.
Do you aim to have even pressure through both arms?
You can't really, but yeah, it's difficult because you have the whole weight going on one side.
Yeah.
But you wanna try not to let your chest twist. Yeah, so one hand's gonna take more weight, of course, but you don't wanna. You wanna have a strong foundation and shoulders. Yeah, shoulders in line. Yeah, just the leg. Basically, it's like that exercise we did at the start, twisting the arms, throwing the arms to the side. Is if you don't have the mobility in the waist, then it's your chest that's gonna move. Yeah, so if your waist is open and can stretch open, then your foundation and your arms are not going to be moving. But if you have very tight waist, it's quite stuck in there, then it's another part of the body that's taking the pressure. Okay, place the fingers behind your back. Bring the legs together. So place the fingers. That's it. Squeeze the wrists, squeeze the hands together. And roll the shoulders back. Open the chest. So feet are together, you're on the tops of the feet. Take a breath in. And then, sorry, on the top, not on the toes, on the tops of the feet. Okay, okay, take a breath in. And then exhale, lift the front. And shoot with the arms back. Bring your fist towards your feet. And stay there breathing. Open the chest. 2 more breaths. And come down. Relax. So a perfect example here. If your chest is relaxed and open, then it's much more easier to lift the front. And if you have a strong waist, this is actually coming from the waist, that the lifting the front. It's not to do with the upper body, it's all from the lower back in the waist area especially. It's like the first exercise we did, taking the hips side to side. It's all about how much you can squeeze your waist and let go of the rest. You have a question? You had a question? Oh, okay. Okay, we try it one more time, okay? This time we're trying to go a little bit higher and really trying to relax the whole front body. Let it flower open, okay? And really focus on your waist and your lower back and the strength that comes from the lower back, from the back of the waist. That's what's going to lift you up. So really tight fist, yeah? Really lace the fingers tightly, bring the wrists together and let the shoulders roll back. Take a breath in and exhale, lift the front and drive the fists back. That's it. Towards your feet. Let the chest open. Breathing, stay calm. Nice, Sergio. Use your waist. Yes. 2 more breaths. And slow down. Beautiful, guys. Everybody was higher. So did you see, Sergio? You were there, and then you used your waist, and you went like, it was really significant, the change. Just because you used one part of your body that's needed, and you let go of the others. Okay, as we relax, we do a little throat stretch, so you can, I'll show you first, maybe just look up, and there's different variations, so we're on our belly still, and you bring the hands underneath the shoulders, you walk the knees up and let the bum lift. Keep the chest down. Don't let the chest lift so all the pressure goes into the chin. The chest is down, you can stay there, and if this feels comfortable, you can walk the knees closer, bend the legs and reach, and just hold there and relax. And then after that, we do 6 breaths. We let go, hands down, and then come up. Okay, so we open the throat, we open the front. So take it to whichever level you want. Yeah, just a little stretch, or if it's very easy and comfortable, then walk the knees closer.
So the hands are next to your chest?
The hands underneath the shoulders, next, yeah, supporting you. That's the beginner version, just to have that support. The chin is down. The chin and chest down into the ground. You're pressing the chest has to be down. And you're looking forward, that's it. That's it, and take it to whichever level feels comfortable. If you can let go, yes, then go grab the ankles. Just if you feel good, yeah? Don't push it. Especially if it's the first time you do that. Beautiful, man. Now walk your knees a bit closer. That's it. Alright, and then bring your hands down. And then lift slowly. Let the legs come down. Lift slowly into up dog. Beautiful. Stay in up dog. Straighten the legs by pushing into the heels. And slowly come down. Cheek to one side, arms down, arms up. So you don't use your shoulders, don't tense, relax, and just.
Yeah, try it, but it's kind of pinchy.
Oh, it's pinching.
Yeah.
Good try. Don't tense up. This is all relax. And you're on this, and that's it, stay here. That's it.
Yeah, if I go further,
Yeah, because you take it too far. Just take it to whichever.
okay.
And especially if it's the first time you do this thing, just take it gently. Because your body's not used to it. And then your body, because it's taking it too far, it can stress and then start using the wrong parts of your body. You use the shoulders and the neck, and then you just create tension and stress. Yeah? So just move it. So you still get a nice. So that what we want in the previous exercise is the throat stretching and opening, and the top of the lungs, so the top of the chest opening, yeah? I'm only showing you the grabbing the legs just in case you want to have a bigger stretch, but you don't have to take it there. You can take it to a very basic level, and it still feels really nice, and you still get a lot out of it. Alright, push yourself back up, and come into cat pose. And just do a little few cat and cows. So inhale, lift the back, tuck the chin in, around the spine. And exhale, drop the belly and look up. Now we squeeze the spine, keep the breath out. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. One more. Inhale, lift. Lift the whole spine up. And drop. Now squeeze the spine, lift the collarbone. Awesome. Bring your head down on the ground between your hands, and then just roll on top of your head, opening the back of the neck, which relates, so that the very top of the spine relates to the lungs as well. Open that part by rolling forward. You can have your hands next to your head to support the weight. You come back and have a look, and you do the same thing, or head down, raise the fingers like we did just before, but this time take the fingers over and then open. So that's the same exercise we did at the very beginning while we were standing. Yeah?
So you just hold that position for a few breaths.
So the head stays straight.
You can take it, just take it, you can roll,
Much.
yeah, just take it to whichever
level your body allows you to. Yeah? If your neck is very open and that part of your spine is open, then you can roll. Just be aware that don't push too hard. Same with the hands. You know, I'm not forcing using strength. It's just a relaxing pose. And then it opens and opens, just because I'm relaxing into it. Okay? You just hold that for 6 breaths. If you feel like it's too intense, you can go back to the hands on the ground next to your head. So first wrists together, and then take it over, and then you open. Bring your head down.